asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Get shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. Young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any come and see, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best to soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is to. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Jahan, 180! Jahan! Jahan! 180!
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so
sweet. Sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. Giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soul the chills. My true the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Rippers off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't nothing new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or I'm dead. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soul the chills. My true the cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Rippers off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I store up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. Got me booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz. Yeah, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Ain't no fine as hell, from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Feel like ginger from casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian, blame that on Gino. Still like I'm Italian, skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel, and I
The hot! Where's the hot?
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself.
The hot!
Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my
The hot!
head.
Where's that?
Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head up
The
to my
hot!
nails.
Where's that?
My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could
The
get it by
hot!
myself.
The hot!
I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. I'ma get it either way.
The
I
hot!
don't even
What
gotta
it
say
is?
what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my
Where you going?
safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
with this rhymes, I make that joke. Everybody
The hot!
knows.
What
I
it is?
know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Where's that?
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
The hot!
Thank
Where's
you
the hot?
for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my
The hot!
health. And
What it
I'm
is?
fine
Where's
as
that?
hell from my head up to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
The hot! What it is?
I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Hey, no, easy. Where's the hot? The hot! 180! Where's that?
There ain't no time, is it?
The hot! 180! Where's the hot?
Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, I'm in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the wrist,
The hot! 180! The hot!
all in the wrist. Watch out flip, watch out whip. I'm in the whip, all in the wrist. I never switch. Ice in the
The
wrist.
hot! Where's that?
The money, but I never switch. They say you switch, you won't get it.
The hot! 180! Where's that?
You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause I told no wrist. Why but you wanna be famous, They Ella they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters,
The hot!
I make the light
180!
when
The hot!
be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch.
The hot! Where's that?
I never switch. I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
The hot! 180! Where's that? The hot! 180! Where's the hot? The hot! Where's that?
AOB, just all off of getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know
The
how I
hot!
sip.
180! Where's the hot?
Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then he with the. Back then, you had to zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things,
The
pull out
hot!
the VIP.
Where's
Suck
that?
up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
The hot! Where's the hot? The hot! 180! The hot! Jahan!
I'm in the rest.
Ready!
I'm in the rest. I never stress.
Wait, that! Jahan! Wait, that!
Going big, going big. Everybody thought he know the click. Way too many when they know the shit. They was hating, know the shit, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everybody thought he know the click. Way too
Jahan!
many when they know the shit. They was hating, know the shit,
Jahan!
acting like they know me. Cause I'm
Time to bring the bass burn.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib with a
Jahan!
line in.
180!
By the way, couldn't even
Jahan!
get a fine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent.
Jahan!
Ay,
180!
'cause he gave me patience. Ay,
What's
so
that?
it all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't got a
Jahan!
band.
Wait, Jahan!
I
Hot!
know we the ones that ain't them. No both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click.
Jahan!
Too
180!
many
Wait, that!
wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the
Jahan!
shit. They was hating, know they
180!
sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
Wait, Jahan! Hot!
going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy.
Jahan!
Cool it down,
180! Wait, that!
Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter.
Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Hot!
This damn saucin'. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet.
Jahan! 180! Jahan!
I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no farming. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big.
Jahan!
Everywhere I go, they know
Wait,
the
that!
click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know
Jahan!
the click.
180!
Way too many wins, they know
Wait,
the
that!
shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
Time to bring the bass burn.
Jahan! 180! Jahan! Jahan! 180! Jahan! Jahan! 180! What's that?
Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day life, yeah, all night life, yeah, whole squad life. What? And it feel
Jahan!
like
180!
all day life,
Wait, Jahan! Hot!
yeah, all night life. What? Whole squad life, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day life, yeah, all night life, yeah, whole squad life.
Jahan! 180! What's that?
Yeah, all day life, yeah, all night life, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't
Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Hot!
Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems.
Jahan! Wait, that?
Smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Jahan! 180!
Too many can't play with us.
Wait, Jahan! Hot!
You're taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird.
Jahan! What? Jahan!
On the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of
Jahan!
gold. I'm a dog.
What? Wait, that?
I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day life. Yeah, all night life. Yeah, whole squad life. What?
Jahan!
And it
Wait,
feel
that?
like, yeah, all day life. Yeah, all night life. What? Whole squad life. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day life. Yeah, all night life. Yeah, whole squad life. Yeah, and it shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right.
Zebra.
Like a pound, I got it. Don't pound it surround me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged.
Five.
What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what?
Listen to me.
Feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah.
Bravo.
And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like
Jahan.
yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah.
Jahan. 180. Jahan. Jahan. 180. Where's that? Jahan. Where's Jahan? Hot. Jahan. Where's that? Jahan. Where's Jahan? Hot. Jahan. Where's that? Jahan. Where's Jahan? Hot.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20
Jahan.
of us, that's
180.
20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna
Jahan.
do?
180.
I'm highly
Where's
favored.
that?
Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation.
Where are
Don't
you?
try my patience.
Where's that?
I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps
Jahan!
coming, cause
Jahan!
we're coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch,
Jahan!
not a
Jahan!
day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride.
Where's that? Jahan! 180! Where's Jahan? Hot! Jahan! 180! Jahan! 180! Where's that? Jahan! Where's Jahan? Hot! Fight out! Jahan! Wait! Wait, Jahan!
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world's my home in the in my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like me, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part. They put them to part. Wings of the team. I put Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Don't worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me. Just win for me. Don't kill for me. Just live for me. Keep it real for me. We get together. Leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS. Determination, laser focus, banging on they door, they taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they door, they taking notice.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Brady Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jake Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Right there. 5'9". Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. All day defense.
Breeze now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Check.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 42-yard line. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up second and 9. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Breeze. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. To try again after the sack. Breeze.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll roll him out right, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. This is Abdullah. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 7. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A toss to Cook. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Cousins. Open man as Thielen is complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Cousins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready. Yellow lady.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Check. Crunch. 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 Sponge. 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 No. We're good. I four. Ready.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down. Breeze going to throw. Again has it complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 43.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up. 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw again. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Ready? We're waiting. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Cousins on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Mike 54. Watch the screen. Hey, Charlie. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins again. Left side caught by Diggs. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Why we see our first touchdown of the game. Here's 1st and goal. Again, it's Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Cousins the thrower. And Thielman's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Sherrills to return it. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Cousins now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Bailey's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Breeze to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Flush to his right. And Thomas has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Ready? We're waiting.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The defense defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. This is caught. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One.
He's got a man complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One last shot now for Cousins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Break the heart. Here we go.
Play action now. Cousins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The heart. Lady.
Mike by 4. 3 buzz.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go, defense.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
54 Mike. Time to go, night.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Mike the high. Lady. Mike by 4. Watch twist.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First down, Minnesota.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 7 and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, Vikings nothing.
Break the hot.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, 41 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But, listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll run for it. Cook. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. The 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come up in an offset eye. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A first down throw for Cousins, eluding the pressure right. And Diggs has it. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Going up top. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. They were looking for Johnson that time.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Following the interception, Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Cousins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies cry.
Cousins now from the 50. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Cousins now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
I got you, punk.
They'll run on first down. Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Cousins. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. Cook. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. A gain of 12. 1st down, Vikings.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cousins on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 17 yards out. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this. Cook strip, the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
First down. Here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Cook on the toss left. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Cousins here to throw. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go. Get hot. 180. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
On first down, it's Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.